What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Young Sketch, Young Flex, and today, people, today, I return with Pokemon TCGO on the channel. The reason I took an absence is because I actually wanted to build a new deck, and because I don't think people like seeing the same deck over and over again. So I took the time. I bought like a whole shit ton of TCGO codes, thanks to Gals and Tony Daddy for all the codes provided. Um, but I bring you an interesting take on a current meta deck, and that's Closed Circuit. With the release of Fates Collided, it actually gave me the opportunity to try something new and unique with the deck. Um, as you guys know, Closed Circuit is based on getting a number of Pokemon to your bench and just attacking with Raichu and other things. But in this case, we're going to take a little turn on it because we do have the Audino EX, which pretty much does the same thing as Raichu, but not as much damage. So let's get straight to it. My build has three Pikachu's and one Raichu. I don't want Raichu to be a dead draw on the deck. That's why I limited it to two, and actually having basic Pikachu's in the bench is actually sometimes helpful for getting, things like Closed Circuit and Do the Wave off. Much more simpler. One Shaymin EX because this deck does typically draw a lot, and sometimes, I don't necessarily need the entire effect because I actually have like 5 or 6 cards in hand, so it'd be kind of just, an entire waste. So I just limited it down to one. Skarmory is a very good, this particular Skarmory, Call for Family Skarmory, is actually particularly good because it actually has great HP. And at the cost of one colorless, Call for Family, basically, I can call anything from my Pikachus to Mew to Combees to, Audino EX because they're all basic. So basically fueling the bench for it. And even Blow Through is actually pretty, single attack because I am going to more than likely have a Stadium on the board. And it does, that's 60 damage right there, which you can set up for KOs for things like Raichu and Audino EX. 3 Combi, 3 Vespiquen, because Vespiquen actually feels itself. Intelligence Gathering is, for 10, but I still get to drop 6 cards to my hand. Basically, it's like on the field Shaymin EX for the cost of 1 colorless. So I used only 3 and 3 as I wanted to clog up my oh my god, my hand or field. Mew, I think Mew actually is unique in this deck for the simple fact that, I necessarily do not need well, not just, that was not even that. I just went on a whole different tangent. Memories of Dawn is actually pretty useful in this deck because as long as I have the correct amount of energies, I don't necessarily have to put my Audino EX at risk. Even if it gets knocked out, even though it's base 50 HP, Encounter still does me. I can still search for things with Encounter. Memory of Dawn allows me to have any attack in my back row, and it can ensure some potential KOs. So as I said, I run 3 in here just for that. And Audino EX is, I think, the star of this deck, along with Raichu, because I do the wave. So I think at max 60 plus 80, that's 140. And if I equip a fighting band, a fighting spirit thing, that's potentially 160 with a 190 HP right there. And it does ensure a lot of KOs on other EXs like Kingdra EX, Keldeo, Shaymin EX if need be. Ultra Ball just to get cards out like Audino EX, Raichu at the deck because I can't search for them with Skarmory or Pokemon Fan Club. Robo Substitute is actually a pretty interesting card in this deck. It counts as actual Pokemon, but sometimes the deck does have potential of if its resources like Raichu EX being knocked out. With Raichu, with Raichu and and things like that that have zero retreat, like Mew, as well as Vespiquen, I can easily substitute these out while I can still set up my back row. I'm not really losing much, but at the most, it's 2 and 2. I mean 1 and 1. Sorry. Professor Letters just to get energies out the deck. Lysander's actually a pretty good card because I can actually just KO threats like Entei or any other EX that's in their back row they're trying to set up. I can go ahead and bring them out to the forefront and KO it. Potentially, ruining a lot of their plans. As well as back row Delphoxes. So, we use 3. Pokemon Fan Club just to get basics. I think this in combined with Skarmory is pretty impressive combo. Shauna for draw power, and for draw power. Skyfield is necessary for this deck to go off because it allows me to have more, potential Pokemon in my back row. So that's always big. Floatstone for things like Audino EX, so I don't have to, waste their complete energies in the back. Fighting Fury Belt, that's what the card was. Fighting Fury Belt, I think is potentially a good card in this deck. Oh, wait. Because not only does it give it, 10 more damage, and it gives, 40 HP, but that brings Audino's HP to an impressive 220, which means you're gonna have to, use the EX to score big knockouts on it. Double colorless energy is actually essential for this deck as well because it is, one card I can actually go off a closed circuit. With 2 cards I can just go off and do the wave. I can set up for Muse, things like that. Normally this would be 4 and 4, but it doesn't really matter which side. I just chose more psychics for Mew. But as I said, that's pretty much the deck. And if you guys, I'm about to actually show you how it's actually played. But if you like what you see, go ahead, hit that like button. Favorite break card, which I think is my question of the day. I would actually have to say Trevenant Break. Just because I know how it's ran, as I immediately do get a Combi, and a Mew. So he draws double Source Split, and he goes for Steven. Okay, as he will net a Team Flare Grunt. Team Flare Grunt is actually one of the cards that can prevent this deck from, it slows it down, as he acrobates into and a Muscle Man, as he Muscle Man's the back row. So this is what this allows me to do. I could set up for the Vespiquen. And immediately I do get the right shoe. So Pokemon Fan Club in this case will be very helpful. Not much I can really do here actually. I'm gonna Robo Substitute though. And I will actually do nothing after that. So also Mew is also potentially a draw power because of Vespiquen. As he muscled it, is it Great Balls? Okay. As he grabbed another Surskit. But next turn I will be able to Pokemon Fan Club into a Skarm and a Pikachu. I can't evolve the Pikachu just yet, but I can still set it up. As there would be, I could have 2 Shaunas in my hand. I'll probably wait till next turn, as I will grab a Skarm and a Pikachu. Yeah. As I will immediately play both. Also, the thing about Roasted Substitute in this deck is actually I can clear it out because of its text effect, which I do believe you can pop it for free. The other reason that it's basically I can stall things out. So, I'm actually going to equip this to Pikachu and just set it up, and I will just I'll pass. Combi would actually be, a Vespiquen would be great here because then I could actually float. No, I don't need a float stone for that. Float stone anything. As I do draw the Lysander, so I can go ahead Shauna. I can go ahead and evolve the Pikachu this turn. Okay, so actually this is actually kind of a better hand. because this is what I can do. I could... Actually, you know what? There we go. So I'll actually get rid of the energy in this case to grab Vespa Coin. Alright, and I'll leave Professor Letter 2. And evolve. Actually, I'll put the Flowstone to that because I do not want this wasting energy for it. As I will just Intelligence Gather, put 10 damage and draw 5. I'm already up to 30, like I'm already down to 31 cards in my deck, so I can thin out my hand as he just does nothing. As I do draw the Audino EX, which would be better if, actually, you know what, I can go ahead and set the Mew. As I will, do I really want to do, no, not this turn. Actually, I could. Not the most optimal play, but I will get rid of that and that. I could go for my Shaman EX. That is an option. That is actually a very good option. But I think I'll actually just set up for back. You know what? Yeah, Shaman. Actually, you know what? This is the other reason why I play this. Is I can go ahead and pop this. Won't take a free knockout. Shaman EX. Draw. I'm trying to potentially Shauna into a Skyfield actually now. As I still do not get the Skyfield. But okay. As I'll put the Flooding Fury Belt and I will Intelligence Gather. And immediately I'm already down to 25 cards after I believe 4 turns. So I think my Skyfields might be prized. Hopefully they're not. As I'll set that up. I'll actually catch the back one on this. As I will draw a free card just to get down to. I'll draw another Lysander. Most of the times you're not gonna waste Lysanders like this, but sometimes you kind of have to. As I'll end, actually, end becomes perfect in this case. As I do draw my Skyfield. Okay. Alright. Alright. And now I can set up, because this has a tree cost of nothing, into the Mew. As look at the amount of attacks I can actually just do right now. I'm actually going to I'm gonna do the wave. Knocking it out. Doing 130 with just a 50, HP Mew. Not what I wanted, but I'll take it. I need just one more basic for full, damage Audino. As he goes into Tropius. As I'll Shauna, yeah. Yeah, there we go. And this actually allows me to have Nuzzle as well. Yeah. As I will actually I could Sky Return. That would not be a bad play. But I'm actually just gonna do the wave. as it does KO with a max 140. I believe that is my fighting. And there goes the double colors. That's what I needed. As of now, I can set up for the right shoe. 10. And this is what I actually kind of wanted, because now I can actually just retreat this. Alright, retreat. I mean, I do give up presence, but allows me to actually survive one more attack. As I do 160 with the Fighting Fury belt. As I get another Shauna. As I said, this deck has a massive draw, power as well. That's actually unfortunate, as he does put me to sleep. What can I do for wind energy around here? That is a good question. Nothing, pretty much. Oh, I'll actually just end here as I stay asleep. As I do wake up, cool. That is what I like. This will ensure KO under this. I will actually attach this last Fighting Fury belt onto my Mew that's already set up. I will close circuit. A lot of this, Pokemon in this deck do not have any retreat costs, which makes it, very valuable between switching, Pokemon for weakness as well. So, as I take 10. And also, with the Fighting Fury belt, this raises up to 90 HP as well. And I'll just close circuit. This will be the end of the game here. But you guys see how this deck is supposed to work. Next time we'll probably be taking it online and testing it out there. So, let's go. And this will be the end of the game. As I said, I can do massive damage with this deck now. So, alright. But there you go. I call it Audino Circuit because it does imply both of them at the same time. And Dual Wave is just, a lowered version of Closed Circuit. And if you combine both decks, you can easily tech one or two into any Closed Circuit deck. But I think I found the most efficient way to actually tech both of them. But if you guys see what you like, go ahead and hit that like button. And I'm out this bitch. Deuce.